I just got contacted by TMZ for a pilot for a show on Fox. What dimension am I in? Guys, everybody's on their own timeline. Whatever fears you guys have, I need you to stop projecting it on me. I know you guys are all coming from a place of love and a place of concern, but it's coming from a place of fear. And your fear is not my fear. I just want everybody to remember that when they try to give me their 2 cents, which I know is coming from a place of love, but it's coming from a place of fear. So before projecting your insecurities onto me, shut it. I need people to be supportive. I need people to be compassionate. I need people to be empathetic. I need people to be happy for me. I don't need anybody raining on my parade for the shit that I've worked so hard to do. And for free. It hasn't been easy, but it's been worth it because I love being my own boss and doing whatever the fuck I want. It's stressful, but worth it, bitches. Following your heart, following your gut, being true to yourself is a feeling like nothing else. And you know what? Ain't nobody gonna come here and rain on your parade. And I talk shit on TMZ. Yes, the fuck I do. I talk mad shit on TMZ because they talk mad shit on Britney. And what is my fucking hair? They talk mad shit on Britney, and I can't stand them. But if it's gonna help me be on TV, I have to figure out what it is. I've been approached for TV shows before, and it hasn't gone through. So I'm gonna see what this one's about. We'll see if I want to do it. Black Crew, flying for me. I've been manifesting being on TV because I want to be on a reality show. I love reality TV. But I need to figure out what this would be. Like, why would they want me? They said it's for a Fox show, a 30-minute pilot. I'm telling you guys all the business. They should know me by now. I'm gonna talk all my shit. I'm not under contract, so right now this is what happened. TMZ reached out to me and they said, we would like to speak to you about a 30-minute pilot for Fox. We think you'd be good for it. Do you want to talk? I'm like, yeah, hit me up, bitches. I had Netflix hit me up before and they never did anything, so we'll see what happens here. Keep y'all posted, but don't be calling me a sellout because I need to be on TV, bitches. I deserve to be on TV. Okay, I just got off the phone with TMZ. They are shooting they're going to shoot a pilot for a show for Fox, not to be confused with Fox News. They're two different entities, okay? If it gets picked up, it would be on Fox. It would essentially be a TMZ style show roundtable where they discuss topics, but it would be about mysteries, unsolved mysteries, UFOs, the paranormal. Where is Kate Middleton? Conspiracies. What's happening with Britney? That's what they found me and they said, we're in love with you. You're perfect for TV. We want you so bad. I know you're in San Diego. Can you please come to LA? I'm like, yeah, pay me per diem. She said, yes, we'll get back to you. And she's like, I just want to know that you were available and that you were interested because we love you so much. We've been showing you around and everyone loves you. You're literally made for TV and we just want you for the pilot at least, please. And I said, okay. They said, so have you watched TMZ? Do you know like what it's like? I'm like, oh yeah, I've watched TMZ. And then later she's like, yeah, we've watched some of your videos and we know that you've already like discussed TMZ. And I'm like, and I talk that shit about you guys because you guys are always shooting on Britney. And she was like, they were cracking up because there was 2 people on the call. They were cracking up and they're like, okay, and you can talk about that too on it. Talk about Britney, like talk about what's going on. I'm like, and I will. Because you guys are always shitting on her. And so they already know. They're like, we love you. You're so funny. You're literally perfect. You were made for television. I'm like, I know that. I said, and my people are calling me a traitor for talking to you. And they're like, how funny. Okay, tea. We love to see it. We don't know if it's going to get picked up. It's just in the works. It's just in the talks. I'm not under contract, so I'm sharing this tea with y'all. And when I'm on TV, because I already do this shit anyway, when I'm on TV, y'all can watch me on TV. I manifested this, bitches. Thank you to everybody for supporting me. And to be clear, this is not the first time I've been approached for essentially the same type of show. So, and the first time I was approached for this was about 2 years ago, and it was for like a production company that pitched shows to like streaming services, so Netflix, Hulu, all that. And they approached me to be on essentially the same kind of show. So This is nothing new, and this is clearly a concept that is being discussed among networks, and it's a show that is eventually going to happen. And because this is the new thing, everybody's talking about conspiracies, everybody's talking about UFOs, aliens, whatever. So this isn't new. So people are trying to say like, oh, they're trying to silence you. No, they want me to speak out even more because we're in this new shift, this new energy. You guys got to catch up. But if this doesn't happen with this network or in this way, it's going to happen for me one way or another. It's what I've been manifesting. I want to talk about what I talk about already on my platforms on television because it reaches a wider audience. And the whole purpose of me going on this journey and posting consistently every single day, as much as I do, I'm chronically online. I quit my serving job in 2022 after 17 years of serving to pursue my dreams. And you know what I always said? I don't have an agent. I don't have a manager. I don't have anything. And I just said, I do not chase, I attract. Okay. What's meant for me will find me. And if I'm out there enough, someone will see me. I will be seen. I will be seen and I will be heard and I will be essentially discovered because that was always how I saw it panning out. And so this is going exactly the way I want it to go. And if it doesn't work out, it'll work out a different way. And if I only do the pilot and it doesn't get picked up, what if I get my own show? You never know. Okay. So I'm going to keep doing what's best for me because I know what my journey is. I know what my path is. I'm self-secure. I'm confident in myself. I know myself and I'm very aware and I'm not an idiot. I've never been one to give into peer pressure. I don't follow trends. You guys already know that. I am an individual. I am my own person. I am here with a mission and a goal and I will complete that. And if I know that I went through what I went through with these apps because I was meant for more. And I told you guys the other day, I'm meant for more. I will be seen on TV. I will be seen everywhere. People will know who I am. And it's already happening. Nothing about this is surprising to me at all. And people who are still fearing, that's your own shit. Don't project it onto me. I don't care if you think it sounds weird or sketchy or you don't trust them because I don't give a fuck. I don't have to share any of this with you. So, thank you. All right, guys, let's talk about it. Did I take the job with TMZ? All right, so as you guys know, I got the call from TMZ. They were super excited. They pretty much, like, when I got that, or first, let's start from the beginning. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Okay, we got time. Let's get into it. Okay. Let me try to refresh my memory because I haven't like looked back at anything because I have recorded every step of the way, but I didn't go back and refresh my memory. So I'm just going to tell you guys from what I remember. Okay. But if you're on Close Friends on Instagram, you were watching everything happen in real time because I was filling in Close Friends on everything. So if you guys want to join my Close Friends on Instagram, check out the caption in the second pinned post on my Instagram to join Close Friends and DM me. It's like a subscription service. Anyways. Okay. So this is what happened. So I got an email from the producer. It's like an executive producer or something. I don't know, something from TMZ. Okay. So I get the email from her and she's like, hey, we saw your videos. We want to know if you'd be interested in doing a show for TMZ or like at least hearing about it or whatever. Oh my God, my books are falling, y'all. My books are falling. Look at it. Look at it. He's trying to stay up. Okay. So I was like, huh? TMZ? I obviously had to double check like the email, LinkedIn, everything checked out. I was like, okay, so it's legit. Why is TMZ contacting me? Because I literally shit talk them all the time. I'm always saying how I hate how TMZ treats Britney, how they talk about her. Like, I hate it. So I was like, this is weird, but yeah, I'm still going to see it through. Let's see what this is about. So I write back. We set up a call. She wanted to call that same day. And I was like, no, we can talk tomorrow. Cause I wanted time to like really process and like really think about what is this call gonna be? How do I feel about it? So I was like, okay, no harm in like going through with the call. We go through the call the next day. And I already told you guys how it was pretty much that they're casting for a show that's going to be a TMZ style show. If you guys have watched TMZ, it's kind of like a newsroom where they're going to be talking about popular topics that have to do with the unexplained. And so it would be like conspiracies, or like at the time, this is when the Kate Middleton stuff was going on. So she was like, so it'll be like that. You guys can talk about it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Especially because I had actually just bought this book, the Encyclopedia of Unexplained Mysteries. And so I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. This is exactly what I am interested in. Like, this is also not the first time I've been approached about a show like this. This is actually the second time, and this is like 2 years later. Like, I've already been approached by another production company wanting me to do a show similar to this. So I was like, okay, this is clearly a show that's like in the talks between networks, and great. I'm glad that I'm still being seen and that people are still interested. So when I saw that it was a show about like this, I was like, okay, that's cool, because it's like, it's conspiracies. That's what I already do. That's what I already talk about. And I want to be on TV. I know I'm made for television. Now, as Charles Trippy said on YouTube, internet killed television, so I don't have to be on TV. And if I can actually stay consistent with my YouTube channel and do everything that I'm doing, I can start making money off of my actual work, like on here, because I'm never on YouTube, so I ain't really making any money on here. But I would like to, because my dream has always been to be a YouTuber since I was like in high school, pretty much. So let me fulfill my dream, right? So why not? But I was like, oh my God, I belong on TV. Of course, like, this is meant to be. Like, I know I'm gonna be on TV one day. Maybe this is it. So she pretty much just says, like, I was like, okay, but have you watched my content? Because you guys know the crazy shit I say, I can't, I'm like losing my train of thought. I can't see it being aired on TV. I can't see it being aired on TV. And it's not like it was going to be produced by TMZ, but it was going to be pitched to Fox. So just like Fox Network is going to be airing it like a regular show, like they air American Idol or all the other shows that are on Fox. All the Gordon Ramsay shows, Hell's Kitchen, all that is ran on Fox. And so it was just going to be produced by TMZ, but pitched to Fox. And so I was like, okay, like, not bad, that's fine, because it's going to be totally different and I'm going to be talking about this stuff. But I was like, do you really know what I talk about? And she was like, yeah, we saw your videos, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, and what was weird at first was she was like, have you watched TMZ? And maybe she was just saying, because some people don't know that there's even a show, like an actual show, TMZ. So she was like, do you watch TMZ? And I was like, yeah, I've seen it. And then later she was like, yeah, we know you've made videos about TMZ. So I was like, well, why'd she ask me that? But I think she just meant like if I had watched the show versus just read the tabloids. And so that's when she was telling me that that's what it's going to be like. And then, I did tell her during that call, just so you know, like, I shit on TMZ all the time. I don't like the way you guys talk about Britney. And then I did tell them, like, I think Britney's dead. I think she's a clone. I think it's AI. Like, I told them all that. And they were just like, oh my God, we love it. Yes, yes. Do all that. Like, I'm like, I am legitimately insane. Like, people think I have schizophrenia, that I belong in a mental hospital. Like, they love that. Like, they're loving it. They're eating it up. They're like, this is exactly what we need. This is how all TV shows are. They want you to be insane. And I'm like, okay, but I legitimately am. And so I'm like, no, but I like genuinely believe this stuff. And they're like, great, good. Talk about all of that stuff. And when I mentioned the Britney stuff, they're like, you can talk about that too. And I was like, yeah, I'm sure you'll cut it out, but okay, I'll talk about the Britney stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. She pretty much was like dead set. Like, you don't understand. I literally told my boss, like, I need to have her at least for the pilot. If we can just have her for the pilot, I know that the show will be picked up. But I kept trying to ask her, like, what videos of mine did you watch? And she was like, well, we watched the Eclipse one. And this was like, the Eclipse one, you guys know, like, if you guys go on my TikTok or Instagram, you guys can see when I posted the TMZ video and then go back and find the Eclipse video. Excuse me. But I was pretty much just saying, like, why are they making such a big deal about the eclipse? Like, schools are going to be shut down and everyone's saying to prepare with food and water or some shit. Like, I don't know, it was weird. And so I made a video about that and they had found that. And she was like, oh my God. I showed everybody in the office and everybody said, like, yeah, what the heck? Like, we've never made such a big deal about an eclipse. Like, I don't understand. And everyone loved your videos and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, great, good. As long as they know what I talk about, because I'm not mainstream, So she had been like, I just wanted to know that you were interested. And I wanted to know if you would be able to come, like, at the end of March. So this was like, I want to say, like, not a week and a half before I was supposed to go down. I want to say Okay, so I was like, yeah, I'm free. This is my job. So whenever you need me. And she's like, okay, great. And then I did ask, because she's like, I know you're in San Diego. Can you drive to LA? I said, yes. Will there be a per diem? I will need to be paid for going for my time. She said, yes, we will talk about that. And we'll talk about how much you'll get paid the day of filming. So I'm like, okay, great. So, during this like week and a half, sorry guys, this throat chakra is getting to me because I'm talking about TMZ. Okay. So during this week and a half, that is when the P. Diddy news broke. Okay. So the P. Diddy news broke, and the next day the bridge fell. Okay. That bridge that the boat hit and the bridge fell down. So the P. Diddy was one day, and then the bridge was the next day. The day that the bridge fell down, she texts me and it's like, hey, we have way too much breaking news right now. We're going to have to push the shoot to next week. Look at this. We're going to have to push the shoot to next week. Okay. And I was like, okay, no worries. Like, not a problem. Because here's what was going on in my head in the meantime. So as you guys know, I posted about it on social media and I had mixed reactions, which was totally normal, understandable, and to be expected. I expected people to have mixed reactions because I would too. I'd be like, sell out. But here's the thing. Most of you are not buying my stuff. Most of you are not using my affiliate links. You are not buying my merch. You are not booking one-on-ones. You are not added to close friends. Like, you're not doing anything to help me with financially, but you want me to keep doing the free content. Okay. And that's where this is not going to work out. This relationship ain't working out if that's how it's going to be. So guess what I'm going to have to do? I have stuck with the people for so long and the people ain't supporting me. So then what happens? People sell out to the bigger companies because we have to, because everyone over here is broke. And so what do we have to do? We have to use capitalism. We have to use these big businesses and companies to be able to get a paycheck, right? So I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, if that's what if this is where God wants me, because I'm still very much guided by God, the universe, my guides, my galactic federation, like everybody. Okay. I tune in, I meditate, I pray, I really find the answers. I don't just go like, okay, this is it, this is my moment. Like, oh, slow down. Okay. So I posted about it because it's an exciting thing. I'm like, oh my God, I'm being seen. Like, people are seeing me. I'm reaching people. And this is a very exciting opportunity. But it didn't mean that I was 100% going to go. But I also wasn't going to let people come into my comments and tell me what to do. Because if you know my history with my family, I don't deal with that shit. I don't deal with people telling me what to do or what I should do, or this is not okay, because I don't give a fuck. I'm my own person. I pay my own bills. Like, you know what I'm saying? I am doing this as my life. If this is something I choose to do because that is where I'm called to be, I will be there despite what anyone thinks. I don't care. I will be like David versus Goliath. And I was like, if the Lord wants me in the lion's den, if the Lord wants to put me right in the pits of hell, right in smack dab of TMZ, to say what I need to say, I will do it. I will fight who I need to fight. I will speak up to who I need to speak up to. I will put people in their place, and I will be loud about it on the motherfucking internet. You know what I'm saying? And I already had a lawyer lined up to read over contracts. I already had everything planned. I knew exactly how this was going to go down. Okay. I already right away was like, I need to have contracts. I need to have lawyers that are going to look over my contracts. I'm going to be reading over things. I don't know if this is something I want to do. Do I want to uproot my life to move to LA? Because I asked, what would be the scheduling on this? And she said, well, this would be down the line, but if it goes well, we would like it to be like an everyday thing like TMZ. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to live in LA. I used to, that used to be my dream, but now I don't know. I don't know if LA is where I want to be. I don't know where I want to be. But I know that it's probably not uprooting my life to LA to possibly be on the show that we don't know if it's going to get picked up after season 1. Like, you just don't know. And I'm a rational thinker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seem like I'm irrational, but no, I'm a very rational, logical thinker. And I think things through. And I'm like, statistically, the chances of this really taking off are not too high, especially on Fox with the ratings and stuff. But I'm like, I don't know if that's something I want to do, but let's take it day by day. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, because there is a plan, there is a path, and we will figure it out. So I was praying on this, and I was like, I don't know if
and then once it got pushed, I was like, perfect, more time to really think. And my sister had been like, man, I feel like when things get pushed, you have more time to overthink. Whereas if things happen right away, then you can just jump in. And I'm like, yeah, but when people try to rush you into something, it's because they know it's not a good deal on your end. And they don't want you to have time to think. You know what I'm saying? And so nobody was trying to rush me into anything. But well, the first time she wanted the call the same exact day that she emailed me, I said no. Then they wanted me to go down like pretty soon, and then it got pushed. I was okay with it. There was still like a week in between, still time to think. But, you know, and it was just going to be for a test shoot. The first day was just going to be a test shoot to see how you looked on camera and how you vibed with everyone. So then she texted me, hey, it got pushed. We're going to have to push it to April 3rd. April 3rd will be the test shoot, and the filming will be April 10th. And I was like, so I'd have to go down. Then she let me know how much they were going to pay me per diem. They let me know how much they're going to pay me to shoot the day of. Honestly, the pay wasn't great. It really wasn't, but I was like, at least I have per diem to cover my gas to go to LA for the day. And then the day shoot was like, it was okay. I mean, I hear people on reality shows make like $1,000 a week, and they had said the shooting would be $500 for the day, and it was only going to be like a 3-hour shoot. So honestly, not bad, better than I've heard other shows. So I was like, okay, I'm still down to go do a test shoot. And I still was like in my head going back and forth between, is this what I want? Is this not what I want? But I also didn't know the terms and conditions. So I wasn't going to exit out of the option right away without knowing what was on the table. And when she let me know that it had gotten pushed, she said, we had a call, and she was like, hey, was it? Hold on. Because I had 2 calls with her, and then I had a text message, but we had a call, and she was like, hey, we showed, yeah, I think she did. We had a call. She told me it was going to be pushed. She said, I showed your videos to Harvey. Harvey's the one that's in charge, who's a lawyer, old lawyer as well, who's in charge of TMZ, right? He's like the main guy in TMZ. And she's like, I showed your videos to Harvey. He loved you, so he wants you to come. But can you also, once like it got pushed, she was like, can you send me a list of videos that I can put together? Because she's like, we made a reel for you, like a audition reel. And then I said, okay, can you let me know which videos you added to it? Because she was like, can you send me videos that you want us to present? And I was like, well, can you show me what videos you have already seen so that I don't send the same ones? She's like, honestly, I haven't really looked through all of your socials, so just send me the ones that you think are the best. So at this point, like, the only example she's given me is, she said, we know you've made TMZ videos before, obviously because I've hashtag or tagged TMZ, and the Eclipse video. She hasn't given me an example of anything else. An Eclipse video is mild, and so are my celebrity videos for the most part. So I was like, I don't know what she's seen. And then I keep asking her to send me what she's seen, and she keeps blowing it off. So I was like, okay, I'm going to send her the craziest shit I've got, okay? Because I want to know that they know who I am. I want to represent myself as the content creator that I am. So I sent, and if I can put it on the screen, I will. If I can put, well, no, because it's just like links, but I wish I could see what it was. But I sent like I sent my calendar video, because that's my 36 million one. I sent my calendar video. I sent AI is aware and conscious videos. I sent glitch in the matrix reaction videos, because essentially the show would be like reacting to things. So glitch in the matrix reaction videos. And I sent I'm sure I sent more, like, oh, multiverse, that we live in a multiverse. I sent that. And then I sent I even sent the one where I said, did President Biden admit that he is a clone or a reptilian or AI or something? Because on his post where he said he was like 146 years old or something. So I sent those in because I was like, you know what? This shows who I am, and as the crazy shit that I say as a content creator and what I believe in. And I want them to see that. I want them to see it. And if they still think it's okay for me to go, then I will go. But I said from the beginning to everybody that was in my comments, I said, if something is not for me, it will be taken out of my way before I can even get there. If I am not meant to go to LA to do this show, it will get taken out of my way before I get there. I have no issues with whatever way this goes, because God will be guiding me in the right direction. though I may not be religious, and thank the Lord for that, I do still have a very strong relationship with God, with my intuition, with my guides. I believe there's multiple dimensions and deities and God, and I'm gonna use all of them, okay? Because the more help I have, the better. So I was like praying to God, and I said, God, I still don't know how I feel about this. And they say if it's not a hell yes, it's a no. And so I was like, I still am unsure because morally, and again on the second call, I said it again, I still am not sure because of how you guys talk about Brittany. I said it again. Twice I let them know I do not approve of how they talk about Brittany. And they still were like, and I said, and people are giving me shit for this. And she's like, oh, they're just jealous. And honestly, no, I don't think that people are just jealous. I think that people are genuinely concerned. I think that people are genuinely concerned that I could go into Hollywood, forget my mission, forget my goals, sign contracts without looking over them, and get trapped into something. I could be killed. I could be cloned. Like, who knows? You guys, I understand where everybody is coming from with those concerns, and they are valid because I'm the one who covers this stuff. So of course, and then it's like, well, that's suspicious. Why did Metaverse just contact you? Why did now TMZ is contacting you? It's kind of weird. Paris Hilton is now following me and replying to my stuff. It's weird, right? Not to me. None of this is weird to me. Everything is happening exactly how I expect it to happen because of the life that I am creating for myself. I am putting all of this energy out there, and it is all coming back to me. None of this is strange to me. None of this is out of the blue, out of the ordinary. I manifest, I script everything that I want. You guys know that. So when things happen, I'm like shocked, but also not really. I'm like, oh my God, it happened. Like I manifested this and it happened. You know what I'm saying? So none of this is crazy to me, and I am never scared or worried. I'm just like, oh, okay, new little twist in the story. Let's go. So while then it got pushed, so I was like, oh, thank God. Like I still have a little more time to think. I could not figure out what I was going to wear. And I was just under so much stress, and she just like going back and forth in my own head, which I didn't need to be because I hadn't even done the screen test yet. So I really didn't need to be that stressed. But in my own head, I was going back and forth and I was a little stressed. And then she had said like, we're going to email you or contact you a few days before with the topics that you're going to be discussing and the address and everything so that you can get here, right? So 2 days before April 3rd, I still haven't heard back. And I had a dream during this time, and you guys know my dreams talk to me. So I had a dream where I was with another lady and a group of people, and we were supposed to be collecting their information. And the girl couldn't. She couldn't get their information. And she was like, I was like, And I was looking at people and I was like, those people are acting suspicious. And she was like, yeah, I was supposed to get everybody's information, but I couldn't. So I guess I wasn't meant to. And I was like, yeah, no, they're weird. Okay, when I woke up, I was like, I don't think I'm going to be going to TMZ. I just don't think I'm going to be going to TMZ. That felt like it was the producer that I had talked to. It felt like she is unaware of what goes on behind the scenes, maybe, and she is just doing her job and very oblivious and unaware, and maybe she was just meant to find my stuff so that she could open up her third eye and awaken, and maybe start seeing things for what they are, but I don't know if I'm supposed to be there. But I said, again, I'm going to go through with it. If that is where God wants me and God wants me to speak out while I'm there, I will do it. If it's meant to be, it'll be. And if it's not, it'll be taken out of my way. So 2 days before, I am so stressed that I break out. And I'm like, okay, now I really don't want to go on camera because I don't want to go on camera like this. This is gross. I look nasty. Like, I just don't want to do it. So I was like, I hope it gets pushed. I hope it gets pushed. I hope it gets canceled. I literally said, I hope it gets canceled, and I hope I don't have to go. I don't want to anymore. But if they still want me to go, then I will do it because that's where I'm supposed to be. But I personally, I don't want to. And so I went to sleep, woke up, and I texted her and I said, hi, just checking in. I want to know, like, is it still going on? Is it going to be pushed? What's the tea, pretty much? She texts me back and says, hi, thank you so much for reaching out. I just got out of some meetings, and actually we're going to go with a different group of people. I'll let you know if we pivot or if anything changes. Thanks for your time. And the sigh of relief and weight lifted off me that I felt, I was like, oh, thank you, God. Thank you that I don't have to figure it out. It was figured out for me. It was done for me behind the scenes. behind the scenes because I was putting in the work here. I was putting in the energy here, sending out those signals to the universe saying, help me make this decision without me feeling so unsure, without me feeling like I'm making the right or the wrong decision. Help me. If it's not meant for me, take it out of my way before I even have to drive to LA for the screen test. And that's exactly what was done. And I was not mad. I was not angry. I didn't have my feelings hurt. I didn't ask why. It was the answer that I needed. It was exactly the answer that I needed. And I am so grateful. I was like, amazing. I don't have to waste my gas. I don't have to go over there. I don't have to I don't have to be there to fight with these people and tell them whatever. Great. Let me keep doing this from the comfort of my own home, without having these people try to gaslight me or manipulate me or whatever. And who knows, maybe one day I will still end up on TV through another network or through another way, or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll always be on the internet. I don't know. But I know that I'm meant for TV because television has been trying to scout me since I was a child. Ever since we were in Puerto Rico, there were always people coming up to us wanting my sister and I to be on TV, trying to scout us. My dad always wanted to, and my mom always said no, and thank God for her. She did have some good qualities about her, you guys. I know that I make it seem like she doesn't, but she did. She was very, very protective, and I chose her to be my mother to protect me from that world. And I used to be angry at her for it, but I am grateful now because who knows how I would have turned out, what would have happened to me had she allowed us to go into the industry. So thank you to my mother and my father for that. And my dad for listening to her and not taking us anyway. But it went 1234, 1, 2, 3, 4. But that doesn't mean that I didn't do things when I could act. I did do commercials, local stuff, nothing crazy. And I've always wanted to act. I've always wanted to be on TV. I've always wanted to act. It's it was a passion. It was a passion to be an actress. And that's how I started off with my TikTok. And you guys know, because I was Seventh-day Adventist, I couldn't really do acting for real. So I would do church plays, or I would do anything in school that I could do. I couldn't be in theater, but I was in acting classes. I just love to act and perform. And I started off my TikTok, Alex Serves, serving skits and acting. And I look back at that and I feel like a different person. I'm like, man, I don't even remember the stories anymore of serving. It feels like when 2020 happened, I got flipped. I got switched with my higher self with a clone or something because I don't feel like the same person. And my passion isn't acting anymore. My passion is being me. It's being me. And it's talking about the stuff I want to talk about. And when I sent those videos to TMZ, I was like, in Jesus' name, lo que Dios quiera, let it be what God wants, because I thought they're going to think I'm crazy. And when they came back and said, we're going with different people, I was like, I knew it, because I know that what I say cannot be on television. And it cannot be said when I'm going to sit here and be like, the head of Fox is probably a lizard person. You know what I'm saying? I can't be talking like that. They're going to want to shoot me. They're going to be like, this girl's too much. She's unhinged. She's a loose cannon. We cannot control. And then guess what? They're going to have to edit out everything I say. And what's the point of me being on TV if I can't say what I want to say? The way that I talk is not okay for television. It's barely okay for YouTube. And I'm surprised it stays up. But they definitely don't push my shit out. You guys know they be coming after me on all the platforms that they can. But thankfully, I'm still here. I am still here and I'm still speaking out, and I'm so happy about that. And I am so, so grateful that I am so in tune with the creator and with my guides and my angels and my galactic family and my intuition and myself. And I know what I stand for, and I know who I am. And I know where I'm meant to be and where I'm not. And opportunities will keep getting presented to me, and I will keep having to use my discernment. And in the past, I would have freaked out. Oh my God, TMZ, blasting it from the 2 rooftops. And I'm, oh my God, I'm going to be on TMZ. And when it wouldn't go through, then I would be sad. Why? What did I do? When is it going to be my time? Blah, blah, blah. And that's normal. And I have been through all of those phases. And it is okay. It is okay. We came here to feel. We came here, look, I get, my nose starts itching when it's called the witch's itch. And I'm wearing my witchy shirt. It says rise above the bullshit. And I wore it on purpose because, yeah, I'm rising above the bullshit, you know? And, oh, I do want to say that on that second call, she's like, hey, we do know that you've made a couple videos about it. And I was like, yeah, I'm not under contract. And she was like, okay, well, that's fine. But from now, like, we're just going to keep it quiet because we don't, you know, we don't exactly like, we just don't want everybody knowing what's happening. And I'm like, okay, well, guess what? I was let go. I'm not under contract. And, you know, it is what it is. So I'm telling you guys what happened. I told you guys, it's not like I told you anything new except for the fact that they decided not to go with me. And I am grateful for that because I feel like I manifested it. I feel like I created that reality. I went to bed saying, I hope it gets canceled. And then it did. So this is why it's important to really tune into yourself and really listen to your body, tune into your emotions. How are you feeling? If something doesn't feel like good, there's a reason. Your body is telling you. So just listen to it. And if you feel like you have to be somewhere to speak out and it makes you a little uncomfortable, but you know that this is what you're meant to do, do that too. Do that too, because you will get through anything. We came here with a mission. We came here with a path. And we came here with a goal and we're going to complete it. And we may not know how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen or whatever, but it'll figure itself out and you will figure it out too. You will be okay. You will be okay. I am telling you, when you really rely on the universe and all of the interdimensional beings that are around you to help you, you will not feel alone. You will not be scared. You will not be unsure of your choices. You will be very confident. You will stand on business. You know, you will say it with your chest. And that's where I am right now. And I mean, I thought I was confrontational before, or I was strong or brave or whatever before. But like this, since I started my plant medicine journey and have gone through all this and been on social media and, you know, cut my parents off and, you know, did what I wanted to do and fuck the world and fuck anyone else, because it got to a point where I was so dark that I didn't want to be alive anymore. So if this is what I have to do to be happy to be alive, I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm going to keep offending who I offend, and I'm going to keep triggering who I trigger, and I'm going to keep hurting people's brains because they don't want to use it, and I'm going to keep, and that's okay. That's what I'm here for. I am here to transcend. I am here to evolve. I am here to ascend. I am here to grow. And the people who get it, and the people who don't. And you will always have haters, because even Jesus to this day has haters. Everyone has a hater. Everyone's going to hate because people have nothing better to do. Instead of those people who are hating on others are the ones who need this the most. They're the ones who need to go within the most. And so don't take it personal when people come after you or attack you or they project your fears onto you. Their fears are not your fears. You can control your thought. You can create the world you want to create in your head. And you can make it as peaceful or as chaotic as you want. You choose. It's just like if I did do the screen test and I did do the pilot and then I said, actually, I don't want to do this, I could just not do it. We're not contractually obligated to anything or anyone forever. You have the option to cut the cords. You have the option to end the contract. You can have a soul evolution without having those people in your life in the physical waking realm. You can heal on your own. You can love them from afar. You can do whatever you need to do, okay? With not having that, not letting them have access to you. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this reaches the right people. All my videos, I'm always like, I hope they reach the right people, because this is a story that is just, it's like a testimony, you know, when you're in church, it's really a testimony to faith, to just faith and trust. Having trust that God has got your back, that the universe has your back, that you will never be led astray, and you will always be put right on the back, put right back in the right direction. Okay, so you just have to make sure you're listening to your inner voice and not to and it's your inner voice from your higher self, not your inner voice that's judging you or being critical, that is repeating the things that the world has said to you. Okay, you know what is best for you. You are conscious. If you're watching my video, you are conscious, you are aware, you are smart, you have knowledge, you have wisdom, you have experience, and you can make the right decision for you. Whether anyone else agrees with you, it is the right decision for you, as long as you're not hurting anyone or doing anything that's hurting others, you know? Or really hurting yourself. Hopefully you're not hurting yourself either. But as long as it's something that's leading you to your highest timeline, and when things are taken out of the way like this, it is just because it is leading me to my highest timeline. So 2 years ago, I get contacted by a production company, and that company was just going to film the show and then pitch it to networks like Hulu, Netflix, HBO, whatever. Okay, so that was their plan. So I didn't know where I would end up. This one, I knew, okay, it's for TMZ, Fox, this is where I'll end up. I'll be in LA. It was a sure thing. But then I didn't know if that's what I wanted. So guess what? Something else is going to come along that's going to be closer or better for me and my alignment. So you just have to trust the process. You just have to trust the process, and you just have to know that you are never alone, and you are always protected, and you are always guided, and you will always be led in the right direction. So thank you so much to everybody who was supportive, even the people who were concerned. I appreciate you too. Thank you to everyone who was excited to see me on there. Unfortunately, you won't see me there, but you'll see me here, or you'll see me somewhere else. And that's okay. I'm not going anywhere, hopefully. But I wanted to update you guys on that, and I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you so much, you guys. So we'll see what's next. Where am I going next? Who knows? For now, I'll be here on my YouTube. So watch my YouTubes, even if you want to just play them in the background, please, because I want ad revenue. Also, buy my merch, support me, link in bio and everything. Thank you guys. See you next time.